Shabbat Shalom. I want to share with you an idea on Parashat Behar Bechukotai. So in this week's Parashat, the Torah introduces us to the idea of Yovel, Jubilee, that every 50 years, a person who sold himself as a slave because he stole money and he couldn't pay back or he was destitute, he gets to go home. A person who sold his Sedeh Achuzah, his ancestral land that he inherited from his fathers and forefathers, goes back to its rightful owner. The idea of Yovel, which is heralded by the shofar that is blown on Yom Kippur every 50 years, is that things go back to their place. But there's something much deeper going on in Yovel, with just fields going back, people going home. To understand Yovel, we have to look at an Even Ezra. The Even Ezra, the great Rishon, medieval commentator, is bothered with a question. Why is it that Torah goes out of his way to tell us that Yaakov, when he ran away, when he finished his confrontation with Esav, he goes to Shechem, he pitches his tent, and that place where he settled, he bought that land from Chamor, the father of Shechem, b'mea kesita. For how much he paid for it? 100 kesita. Even Ezra says something fascinating. You see, owning a piece of land in Eretz Yisrael, mi sheyesh lo chelek ba, whoever has a portion in it, chashuv kechelek olam haba, is as if he has a portion in the world to come. It's mind-blowing. Because I own a piece of land in Israel, I have a portion in the world to come. So to understand the words of Even Ezra, you see, every single thing in the world has its natural place of growth. There are trees native to Texas, and this is where they can grow and flourish and thrive. If I take a Texas tree and I plant it in Chicago, it's not going to grow. It can't thrive. It's not used to that environment. Those elements are foreign, not alien to it. And I take a tree from the cold of Alaska and I plant it here in Texas. It's not going to survive because it's not its natural place of growth. See, it's not just the natural world that works that way. Human beings too. We also have our natural place of growth. Even Ezra says the place of a Jew is in Israel. That's our natural place of growth. That's where we can thrive. We can grow. We can spiritually. That's our opening, the opening to Olam Haba, the world to come, to our eternity. You see, Sedeh Achuzah is not just a field. It's a place where God gave every single household, every single tribe, because that's our makom. That's our place. That's the place where we can thrive and grow and become who we are. And when that field is not with us, when we're not there, when it's not where it belongs, when we're not where we belong, we can't become who we need to be. So every Yovel is the idea that people go back to where they belong. We find our place. You see, when life happens, we get distracted, we get sidetracked, we lose our goals, we lose where we're going. We miss direction. We focus on the wrong things. And every Yovel comes to remind us, hey, remember where you belong. Remember your place. That's what place where you can thrive, where you can grow, and become who you really need to be. The Zohar considers the Sedeh Achuzah the place where a person's neshama is yonik, where a person's soul can derive its nourishment. Because every person, to grow and thrive, has a unique place where that can happen. You know, it says in the future, not just every Yovel, we will blow a shofar. V'haya bayom hahu will be that day, taka b'shofar gadol. We'll blow this great shofar. And it says, Uba'u ha'ovdim me'eretz Ashur. The ovdim will come from the land of Ashur. V'nidachim me'eretz Mitzrayim. What does ovdim mean? Ovdim is avud. A person who's lost. He doesn't know where he's going. He lost his home. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't have direction. Doesn't know where he's going. So he can't grow. He's avud. But then we have nidachim. Nidach is a person who's been led astray. He's not only lost, he's avud. But he's on the wrong path. He's going the wrong direction. He's focusing on the wrong goals. So that great shofar in the future is going to redirect everybody. Bring everybody home. Bring everybody in the rightful place where we need to be. But every Yovel is this mini redemption where God reminds us who we are, where our place of growth is, and when we can become what we truly need to be. When we go through life, we lose focus. We lose focus on what's important. We lose ourselves. And that's Yovel. V'shav ish el achuzato ve'mishpachto yashuvu. We go back to our families. We'll go back to our homes, our rightful place where we can grow and thrive. And reflecting on this quarantine, maybe that's the message God is giving us as well. Each person go back to his family and go back to his home to reflect, because maybe we lost sight of what's important in life. We lost focus. We lost direction. And we weren't thriving as a nation. We weren't thriving as individuals. And God is pushing us back and saying, regroup, reassess, refocus. And hopefully, Bezat Hashem, soon we'll hear that great shofar, that final shofar, not just the mini redemption, but the final redemption. Shabbat Shalom.